trying to get the good representation of what God seems to be doing and saying, and then bring your best self to it. But no matter where you go, whether it's a public institution or a private institution, or God forbid a religious institution, you got people flopping all over the dock here and there,
right,
out of fear or hurt or at worst malice.
St. Anthony of Padua is a historically black Catholic church and school in one of the poorest neighborhoods in downtown Greenville. Father Patrick has been the parish's priest for 12 years.
If I wanted to understand like the crux of Catholicism, what are the core beliefs?
Well, you're asking my favorite questions.
Wonderful.
That everything exists as gift.
Okay.
We are the recipients,
Okay.
the beloved, the beneficiaries, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Including our sensory data to perceive it,
Mm-hmm.
consciousness to make choices in it, freedom. That's quite a collection of wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that, to experience everything that is.
Mm-hmm.
And the highest thing that is the maker of everything that is,
Right.
God.
Mm-hmm.
That God has presented God's self, peekaboo, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And that Spirit was given to us as an internal experience as well as an external experience. And that Spirit taught us that Jesus, who we describe as the Word of the Father and the sign of the kingdom, how human looks in the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
he actually said, I would also like to participate in your internal life.
Mm-hmm.
And so through the Eucharist, which is the source of Catholic life and the summit of Catholic life, he enters our bodies like marriage consummation.
Okay.
There's a fullness of being that is God and a fullness of being that is us, and we are commingled at that moment. Heaven and earth come together, flesh and spirit come together, time and eternity come together, God and humanity come together in that moment by his command in the power of the Holy Spirit, making the human person the intensely significant object of God's affection and his mercy and love.
This school at St. Anthony's is one of their proudest achievements.
That school there was built by the Presbyterians, the Methodists, the Baptists. Greenville High School, public high school, built that school. The Jewish community also. There's two different worlds for white folks and African Americans and Latinos. White folks graduate from high school 95%. African Americans and Latinos in Greenville County graduate around 50%.
Wow. I didn't
The best
realize
high
that.
school graduates at 75%. Philadelphia, I think it's 12% graduate. Those children, 100% graduate from high school, 100% college admission. Tuition is $7,000. They pay about $800.
Oh, that's
Then we beg the rest from everybody we know. $6,800 per child. Begging.
wonderful.
Times 170 kids.
Yeah.
That's a lot of do-re-mi. Thankfully, in one night's gala, a ball, a real lot of fun, we'll make up to $250,000.
In addition to funding their own school, last year they paid $130,000 in tuition for students at other schools. In that same year, they paid $500,000 in bills for the Greenville County poor and $67,000 for dentistry work in the community. They built 17 homes, now rented for a rent-controlled $400 per month, and are trying to purchase 10 more right now. All of these houses were bought using the tithes given by their congregation. They provide transportation at any time for the neighborhood via 2 vans and 2 buses, 2 of which are handicapable, and they feed 500-plus people a bag of groceries each week. St. Anthony is located in a majority-minority neighborhood, so the congregation is far more diverse than most churches, but I was surprised to see women getting up to speak during the service I attended, as I thought the Catholic Church didn't allow that. I got to ask Father Patrick about it.
The only prohibition regarding women's participation is the ministerial priesthood.
Okay.
As baptized Christians, we're all priests, prophets, and kings, or
Right.
priestesses, prophetesses, and queens. And because of that baptismal character, you're allowed all the ministries of the church.
Okay.
But the one that would serve the priest, so the priest of the priests, would be male after Jesus' maleness. It's
Okay.
a sign value thing.
Okay. I got you. I've Is having women get up to read, is that something that I would find in other Catholic churches?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. I did not know that.
Hyper-conservative ones would tend to have males only doing things just because they literally say this: we don't want to encourage women to think they can become priests.
Okay.
In yet another example of the church's commitment to social justice, Father Patrick told me about yet more women involved with the church. But I wasn't expecting this.
We take care of prostitutes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And make sure they have basic services. We are very active in the gentrification movement, which is a form of human trafficking. We're trying very hard to work with immigrants. We have a full-time immigration lawyer on staff.
That's so awesome.
Beyond simply saying all are welcome here, St. Anthony actually practices what it preaches through a series called Know Your Neighbors. The most recent guest speaker was Dr. Akan Malichi, a political science professor from Furman University, to speak about Islam. I was also able to ask Father Patrick about more controversial topics, homosexuality and abortion. His answer surprised me.
In this political climate regarding this president, the Catholic Church probably had a very significant role in electing him because he came out saying all the right things about pro-life.
Right.
And the Catholic Church is way, way pro-life.
Right.
Because there are 3,000 infants once conceived aborted every day in the United States. 3,000 a day is a genocide that isn't occurring in any other place or any other level. Sexual orientation is a confusion that the Catholic Church has not established a firm certainty about yet. It has established a couple of things fairly firmly. One, that all homosexual people are wanted and respected and are given the grace of church membership and even to become priests, sisters, brothers. Where homosexuals would want to exercise their homosexual orientation physically, the union of same organs, we would draw a line saying that we can't deny the science that this part seems ordered to that part. They fit, they function, and the consequence is linked to the fit and the function. So we hold all three of those things together. When you mix the opposites, everything is correct. It all flows along a natural line. What's really going on? We find all the issues are much more complicated than our society allows.
Right.
That our news reels and our investigations and even our dialogues get so heated so fast and polemic that they just stop. So we try very hard to make occasions for longer dialogue. We try to respect the truths of a person as they are for now and respect them as persons, but then ask probing questions, not in an effort to be outing someone, but just to get at some of the issues. And where people differ, we don't judge.
Okay.
We judge issues and things, but not people.
I was fascinated when the church used gospel music during the service and found the mixture of Catholic tradition and black culture wholly moving. Amongst the liturgy and non-traditional hymns used in the service, I found myself feeling at home, worshiping alongside brothers and sisters I never knew I had.